The Stoic strategy for dealing with enemies in the heart of ancient Rome, there lived a man named Seneca. He was a philosopher, a teacher, and a writer. He was also a Stoic. Stoicism was a philosophy that taught people how to live with wisdom, courage, and calm, even in the hardest times. One of the greatest challenges in life is dealing with enemies, people who wish us harm, who speak against us, or who try to hurt us. Seneca had many enemies in his life, but he did not let them control him. Instead, he used Stoic principles to rise above their hatred. This is the story of how Stoicism can help us deal with enemies, not with anger or revenge, but with wisdom and strength. Long ago, there was a young man named Marcus. He lived in a small village where everyone knew each other. Marcus was kind and hard-working, but there was one person who hated him. A man named Lucius. Lucius spread lies about Marcus, turned people against him, and even tried to ruin his business. Marcus felt angry and hurt. He wanted to fight back, to shout at Lucius, to make him suffer as he had suffered. But then Marcus remembered the words of Seneca, which he had read in one of his letters. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus took a deep breath and decided to follow the Stoic way. The first lesson was this: we cannot control what others do, but we can control how we react. Lucius chose it to be cruel, but Marcus did not have to answer with cruelty. Instead, he ignored the lies. He continued to be honest in his work and kind to others. When people asked him about Lucius, Marcus simply said, "I do not know why he acts this way, but I choose not to be like him." Slowly, the villagers saw the truth. They saw Marcus's goodness and Lucius' bitterness. In time, Lucius' words lost their power. This is the first Stoic strategy, not to react with emotion, but to act with virtue. Anger makes us weak. It clouds our judgment. Seneca wrote, "Anger is like a fire. It burns the one who holds it." When someone hurts us, our first instinct is to strike back. But Stoics teach us to pause, to ask, what is the wise thing to do? What is the right thing to do? The second lesson Marcus learned was to see his enemy as a teacher. Lucius was not just a problem, he was a test of Marcus's patience, his character, his ability to stay calm in the storm. Seneca said that enemies are like rough stones. They polish us, make us stronger. Without them, we would never learn patience or courage. Marcus began to see Lucius not as a monster, but as a challenge sent to make him better. The third Stoic strategy was to focus on what is truly important. Most of our pain comes from caring too much about what others think. But Stoics remind us, opinions of others are not in our control. If someone hates us, let them. It does not change who we are. Marcus realized that his happiness did not depend on Lucius liking him. His worth was not in the words of others, but in his own actions. He focused on his work, his family, his inner peace. One day, Lucius fell sick. The villagers avoided him. No one wanted to help a man who had caused so much pain. But Marcus went to him. He brought food and medicine. Lucius was shocked. "Why are you helping me?" he asked. Marcus replied, "Because it is the right thing to do." Lucius was silent. In that moment, he saw the difference between them. Marcus had won, not by fighting, but by being better. This is the final Stoic lesson. Kindness disarms enemies. Heart cannot defeat hate. Only goodness can. Seneca wrote, "A good man is the best enemy. He teaches by example." When we answer cruelty with kindness, we take away the enemy's power. We show them that their hate does not touch us. Marcus lived the rest of his life in peace. Lucius never bothered him again. Some say he even changed. The village remembered Marcus not for his battles, but for his strength. That is the Stoic way. So when you face enemies, remember Seneca's wisdom. Do not let them control you. Do not become like them. See them as teachers. Focus on what matters. And answer hate with virtue. That is how a Stoic wins. The end.